The plane came in that direction, and as these people were walking this direction, you're walking the flight path of the plane would have flown right over your head.
So, we're on our way to Shanksville, to the 9/11 site. We passed by something cool, so I made my dad stop so I could show y'all. Look at them. How amazing is this? Look, there comes the baby running. Look at all the birds, holy shit. Huh. Here comes Lori bringing up the rear. Right there. Guys, where'd y'all go? Absolutely beautiful.
So there we were, just minding our own business, driving down the road, and we seen all these damn goats. So we didn't know what they were, but apparently this is for the cemetery because it's called the herd. And then there's the cemetery. We're not a cemetery channel.
I was waiting on you to say that.
But the goats brought us here. Hey, look at the very first one I see over there is a Rhodes. $1800s.
Wow.
Some old dead people. Woo. So we're in Swanee, checking out the goats that turn us into the cemetery. I think there's a brew company down behind there. See a brouhaha down there. Let's see. Yep. Still Fire Brewing.
Uncle Kenneth lived at Indian Lake.
Right?
Alright, so when Flight 93 went down,
Yeah.
as the crow flies, he was like a mile
Okay.
from where the flight went down.
So, was he home that day?
Yes.
Uncle Donnie was.
And they heard the explosion, and
Uncle Donnie was. He had to go over there and sift through the debris, and he couldn't do it.
yeah, he ran this machine. It was called a shaker.
Yeah.
And they dug up the land where the plane crashed, and they were sifting for body parts and pieces of the airplane. He ran it one day, and he said, I can't do this, and he showed one of them how to run the machine.
That's so sad. I bet it was terrifying too to hear that explosion.
Oh, I imagine it was. Over here on the left,
Yeah.
when I was a boy, this was all coal mine. And they had these big drag lines that was pulling the coal up.
So this is my great-grandfather and my great-grandmother. It's my dad's grandparents. And they're from Shanksville. And they owned a dairy farm up here. This is my dad's uncle who was killed from a silo accident, right?
Right, silo fell on him.
And he was very young when he died. He was like 28. And these are my grandparents. This is my pap. And that's my dad's mom, my grandma. Yeah. This is my great grandparents, HQ, which was Haddon Quincy, and then his wife Rosie, or as my parents call her, Mummy Rhodes. So over there across the road is that church. That's the church my great grandfather used to preach at. So this is the church my dad used to go to when he was a boy, and he would come visit his grandparents. It's got a really cool cemetery. We're not gonna visit it though. First of all, it's like it's not accessible, but they're sitting in the car waiting for me. But it's very beautiful. Beautiful little church.
Well, welcome back to Travels with Tommy and Lori, minus the Lori. I'm in Swanee, Georgia, over at the 9/11 memorial they have here in the park. And they have a piece of the twisted steel from one of the towers from floor either 101 to 104. I reckon the number on it kind of tells them what the floor it was on. I have no idea, but they have a nice little park here, amphitheater, place for your dog to poop, splash pad, city hall. They got a bunch of shopping centers over there, places to eat. Figured there'd be a lot more people out here, but they probably had all of their festivities yesterday. And in the middle here, there's a timeline laid out on the floor, or on the ground I should say, of when the planes took off, where they were going, what times they hit the towers and crashed in Shanksville, Pennsylvania. All laid out of exactly what time everything happened. It's pretty I don't even know, I'm lost for words. But we drove over here just to check this out. It's just amazing. It's amazing to me not more people died. Let's look down in the hole.
Well, welcome back to Travels with Tommy and Lori, but there is no Tommy. Today I'm in Shanksville, Pennsylvania at the Flight 93 Memorial Site, and this is the Tower of Voices. So we're gonna walk up there and check it out. So 40 chimes represent the 40 courageous passengers.
They include notes C, D, E, F, G, and H.
It's 93 feet tall, 40 chimes. We were hoping it'd be windy today, so maybe we could hear it. Maybe we'll get lucky. There we go. Hopefully you can hear it.
If I remember correctly, and I'm not 100%, but Indian Lake, where my uncle lived, is across the hill there,
Okay.
on the other side of that hill.
All right.
So that's how close he was when the plane crashed.
Wow. Okay. So yeah, he would have heard. They probably felt the shake
Oh
too.
yeah, they felt everything shake. Yes.
They've got a hiking trail up here too. I guess in case you want to hike the site. So not sure what this is, so we're gonna check it out. I think it's an overlook. Some masks are required inside the federal building, so yay for that. But we're in the visitor center now. I'm not going to get too close to the displays. It's too hard to video with people. Little overlook.
And I've ordered that the full resources of the federal government go to help the victims and their families.
So this is the view from the overlook, or the map, the guide. So we're going to check that out in just a second.
See the boulder there? Straight ahead. See that big boulder? Looking straight ahead. Out in the field.
Look beyond them.
Out in the field there.
Yeah.
That's the crash.
All right, where the boulder is.
Where the big rock.
So right there.
Thing, man. We're taking a video, man.
Which of these walls right here? What do they symbolize?
Well, they actually follow the natural contour of the hillside,
Okay.
and the texture on them is to look like hewn hemlock beams to remind us of the hemlock trees that were destroyed when the plane crashed.
Oh, that's
So when the plane crashed, it destroyed over 100 hemlock trees.
wow.
And that's the state tree of Pennsylvania.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what that is right there.
Wow.
And this, I don't know if you knew what this is, but this is very important. This is the flight path of the plane.
So that whole
So the plane came in that direction, and as these people were walking this direction, you're walking the flight path of the plane would have flown right over your head. When you
Wow.
get to that overlook, you can see down below us where the flight path continues again.
Right.
And then there's a one lone boulder in the field placed there by the Park Service to mark where the plane came down.
Because this is a national memorial, there's no food and drink, no cycling, no dogs, and no smoking beyond this point. So from up there, the direction that that's going, that is the flight path. And it went all the way across. And there's a boulder right there. And that was where it crashed at. So this is the crash site and the debris field. Universe must be saying something. There's a snake. Hey guy. Hey friend. You just trying to get some shade? If I look hot, it's because I am. We're done with the Flight 93 memorial. It was very powerful. Very, very emotional. But it's hot out here too. Breeze is blowing, so at least there's that. So hopefully you can hear me because there's a truck across the street, but this is the chapel that they opened for the family Flight 93 Memorial Chapel. It's on a little corner at a crossroads in Shanksville. And it is open to the public, so we're gonna go inside. And this is a Blue Star Memorial, a tribute to the armed forces who defended the United States of America. It is just amazing. So beautiful. Glares on her.
So you don't want to go get in the tunnel with the train on top of it?
Well, all right. So just let me say, it really sucked to vlog without Tommy.
Yeah.
I mean, I had a great time with my family, with my
It's
mom
just
and my
different.
dad. It is different.
You
know, I mean, and this was definitely not a humorous thing to do, but you know, I mean, it was. I think I would have done better with my commentary had we been together, but
I wish I could have been there. It
I
looked
wish you
like
could
it
have
was a
too.
very well put together memorial.
Oh Lord, I tell you what, I cried so much that day.
I can imagine. We went
and several times. What even editing?
We went there in 2001 in November.
Yeah, right
and
after it
was
happened.
Still just the field. They had put up a chain link fence and they'd already had flowers, but this is a far cry from what it was then.
Yeah, see, my grandmother, she back in the day, they farmed their kids out to the neighbors to help with, you know, the dairy farms and stuff like that. So she actually sang the cows home in an adjoining field to that. So, you know, I got family history there, plus, you know, all that too. So it just, you know, yeah, it really gets you in the gills. It really does. And it was even harder watching the families that made that trip there, the ones that couldn't be there on September 11th that showed up the next day because they had to work or whatever, and seeing those families there experiencing that for the first time. But I was really surprised that our area.
Yeah, I went over to Swanee and to the city park downtown Swanee, and that's why I went over there. They had a piece of the one of the World Trade Centers. We don't know which one, and wanted to really go see it. Stumbled on the Berlin Wall, which I thought was really awesome. They had
That was
huge
cool.
piece, and a lot of people that I talked to over there, they said, "Well, my uncle brought back a little piece, or my cousin's got one, or my dad's got one, and nobody has ever seen a piece that big." And it's just sitting out, and you just walk up to it and look at it. I mean,
that was really cool. And I think we might. I mean, not for the vlog, but I think we might have to go back and visit that because I would like to see it.
Yeah.
Swanee was my old stomping ground growing up, you know, my teen years, and I've been back there since, and I had no idea it was there. So I would like to see that.
It seems like I remember, I don't know when, but it being escorted to the state, to actual Swanee over there, but.
Oh, I think I do remember that.
Yeah, they had the police escort, the fire truck escort.
But I didn't know it was going. I didn't know it was going to Swanee.
I didn't either, but it was an interesting vlog. I think we put together. We both decided to do
the same
9/11 style.
I thought it was funny that I got buffaloes in the cemeteries and you got goats in a cemetery.
Yeah, we were actually leaving.
That we didn't plan that.
We were actually
just
leaving
happened.
over there, and I just seen them, and I was like, "What's all the goats about?" So we had to stop, and it turned out it was all just art, which was really cool.
Big thanks to Hettie for helping out.
Yes.
Going with Tommy, so he didn't have to do that by himself. And big shout out to my parents for chauffeuring me around and taking me to different places and showing me, you know, iconic areas.
You some of the history.
Yeah. It was really cool.
You had tour guides.
I did. I had tour guides. But anyway, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you know when we upload new videos. Till next time, bye-bye. Stay spicy.